Hello. Alrighty. Looky here, we have Dwarfs. Always a scary team to face as Skaven. Let's see how mean they've gotten so far. They don't have a super high team value, so... You know, there's that. If you want to look on the positives. Alright. So they got 12 players. Oh. Interesting. Have they done? Or have they not? Hang on, yeah, they've played some games. 2 wins so far. First one a concede. Second one a close one versus Lizards. Yeah. So they only have 1 Slayer. Which I'm kind of happy about, I don't know. There's good things and bad things, because they got less armor. 2 runners who have both leveled up to get block. Outside of that, nothing going on. So that's really super solid. In a way. That's like real value for money. They don't have an Apo, but of course, we don't have anything to hurt them really, so... they could spend money to get a Babe, but that's not going to make much difference. Fingers crossed they don't spend money to get anything else. We did buy 2 new linemen in, so we actually now have a roster of 12 again. So we're back up to, like, full strength. Yeah, that's where we're at, really. Not much more to say. They did buy a Babe, interesting. Interesting to not get the Apo as well, like, they could have totally had an Apo by now. I guess maybe they're just going to try and keep their team very tight and not get too many skills so they don't need the Apo and try and play with that 50k less. You know, but they might regret that if they have a runner go down or something. As it is, I would say this is a hard match for us, but we do have speed on our side. It's gonna really depend on how hard they hit us. Because obviously we're super flimsy, so you know, we're not going to trade evenly for during injuries and whatnot. Let's put it like this: if I was a Dwarf player, I would feel reasonable about this. I feel like I had a pretty good chance in this match, having been the Dwarf player. Now, I'd also know that there's a chance that if we make our dodges and whatnot, that we'll just get so far down and score that it won't matter. But, yeah. Okay, so he's going on defense. Let me just check the camera here. Okay, it's hard to get exactly where I want. Okay, that'll do. That's pretty central. Just gonna drink my tea real quick. Be interesting to see if he leaves that lineman off. I think I would be tempted to switch this guy out for one of the runners. Despite their speed, the tackle and the higher armor on the lineman seems like it'd be really solid on defense. Okay, this is a really weird setup. Theoretically, we could just push through the middle here. We would need to... Let's see... We'd ideally need to get one or two of these guys down. I'm actually going to put the wrestle guy over here so that if we roll them both down, we can potentially pull him down anyway. So, throw her on the ball. Lineman can come up. Protect the wings as best we can. So yeah, you know what, I'm going to try and make a push if I can. So we'll try and knock down, knock down, knock down, and then come through this middle bit and set up a little pocket here. That's the theory. If we have to back off from that, we have to back off from it. There's no point in pushing so early, so hard. But honestly, this might be a game where trying to score multiple times is good. So blitz is bad, but having these three guys here does at least mean he can't get to the ball. What it does mean though is that he can base up our whole team, which is real bad. That's a horrific start, honestly. The only way it'd be more horrific is if the ball was going to land here or something. Because this completely, like, it locks down our team, and potentially next turn gives him a ton of blocks he can do as well. Not to mention he gets a free hit on one of our blodge gutter runners. Oh, that's brave. Okay, it's going to be like that. This is always that first turn where I'm gauging the kind of things they're doing to see what kind of a game it's going to be. That already kind of sets me off to think, okay, there wasn't really any strong need to do that, but they did it anyway, so that could be an interesting situation. And another GFI. Okay, he's completely leaving his backfield free. So if we can find a way through... And maybe he's using a reroll as well. Might leave it. Didn't. Oh boy. Okay. I don't understand at all. Okay. This is a bit tricky if I'm being honest. Let's see, so if I move this guy over to protect the ball. Or do I bring this guy in for the assist? So if I bring this guy in for an assist here, I can hit here. Theoretically that'll let me hit here. Then I'd need to blitz this guy. Okay, I think that's my favorite option. Let's see how well it works out, eh? Okay, that will suffice. Sort of. I kind of have to move him that way though. Okay, well there's the wrestle. But that's not ideal either, honestly. Oh, this is a gutter. I thought it was a storm vermin. Whoops. Okay, so that being the case, that's kind of messed me up a little bit because I was forgetting who is what. Oh boy. And I've very much got in my own way as well. Okay, we're just gonna have to try and pick up the ball and run backwards with it. Okay, that's good. Okay, so yeah, boy, what a bad turn. I thought I had something going there, but pushing this guy and wrestling this guy wasn't enough. So we're going to take some hits here. My hope is... Okay, he can't get to the ball. So my hope is that he chases this way a little bit. And that some of my gutters survive over here. I just need one gutter runner to survive, really. I mean, well, let's be more specific. I need one gutter runner to still be up, because he's not defending his backfield at all. So once we get through, we're through, right? That was what I was banking on there, was freeing up this guy so I could get him the ball, and once he's passed, like, this guy might have been able to catch up, but of course we were planning on knocking him down. That's to be expected. Ready to waste an Apo on this? Yep. Yeah. I guess we'll give him the damage back for now. There's always that part of you that wants to select dead just because you're like, well, I may as well be. So we're down one gutter. And that's partially my fault for making poor choices on that turn. Like most teams, you'd be hoping that the blodge would hold you in there and that maybe even the other gutters would do okay. But against dwarfs, you know that you can't leave your gutter runners in contact. They're just gonna get taken down. Probably the sensible thing for him to do would be to move this guy back here as a sweeper. Oh, he's if he rolls the powers even when he doesn't have the tackle, that's going to be an issue as well, because these gutter runners are not going to stay around. Okay, is he going to come after the ball here? Yes, he is. No huge surprise there. He's doing a lot of GFIs. He got that one, unfortunately. Okay, so what that means, this is the guy we want to try and get the ball to. But we have some major issues. I think I need all the skills up. It's being hard to see who's here. We need to have somebody to blitz back here. If we do that, that's really helpful. So let's pick you up. Or do I do this? No, I don't do that because of course he is... Yeah, see, we're not even knocking him down, which is bad. If we knocked him down, we could have pushed this way and knocked this guy, which would have been amazing. You can stay. That's probably not where I need to be, actually. It's not the end of the world, I don't think. Yeah, I maybe should have made that a blitz. Oh, I don't want to dodge this. Do I have to do this? This makes more sense, actually. It's not being easy. I think we have to follow it as well to get out of our own way. If we fail this catch, that's disaster. Well, that saves him taking a hit. Boy, he's just going straight in there. Like he's done nothing else yet, and he's already going for that. It's crazy. But it's promising, because he's used all his rerolls. We may use a reroll dodging away here, but he can't blitz us. So... hooray, we can wrestle. So if we can just... if we can avoid the double one, then we can score, and he'll have no rerolls left, which could lead to some good stuff. We'll see. I'd like to do it with more than one reroll. 2 rerolls for us would be excellent. But let's see. I feel like we have a good chance in this game if we can keep our players somewhat intact. Kind of expecting him to try and get a block here, because why wouldn't you? Oh, is this his blitz? Okay. Well, that's a good start. Oh, it's not a good start. It's a good result, because of course this is the guy that has frenzy. Just push into a 1 dice. Hello, nice. So that's solid. So you have to assume that this is going to go poorly. We're not going to try and stall this out, because we're just going to take more hits. But we are going to just kind of try and position a little bit, just in case. And I suppose for the sake of sensibleness we should try and take these hits, right? Have we knocked any? I think we knocked one person over. At least. There you go. That's why you take the hits. Oh, he doesn't have an Apo either. So that's a good start. We'll drop him here. We'll bring you around to here. And I'm not going to try and get this guy out, it's just too risky. Okay, we did it without a reroll. So that's good. Now, the killing his player isn't going to have an effect, probably, on the game. Unless we get... I suppose we could get a KO or two. But we've got him down to 11 at least, and he's got us down to 11, so... Even players. So now, the interesting bit of... what's he going to attack like? Because he's been pretty out there with his defense at times. Well, let's actually switch these guys around in case we get a blitz of our own. So I'm not going for the classic 3-5 here, but I'm kind of leaning towards it. I just want that little bit more width to make it a bit more awkward for him to try and make a fast push. But of course, he still has 6 turns to score here, so we've given him plenty of time. For all the action that happened, I guess it's because of the blitz, it felt like a long time. For all the action that happened, we haven't got very far yet. Oh, the weather changed. Now, the good news is he at least didn't get a free reroll, because that would have been annoying. This setup is... his setups for kickoffs are interesting. What we were going to do, if we could, was knock the 3 guys down on front and then push. What I like to do is push like a reverse pocket, like a reverse screen. So you push up into here, and you get like 3 or 4 players in a little ring here, and then you get the ball carrier up just behind them, and then you've effectively inverted the pitch. I quite like to do that with elves, and Skaven are maybe even better at it, honestly, because of the fact they can get more guys through and they're faster. When even your linemen are movement 7. I mean, wood elves are great at it as well. So it's probably sensible for him to go for blocks before ball picking up, because it's more important to get us off the field. And it's so unusual for his blocks to fail. I don't think he's going to go for the hit here, because of course it turns into a 1 dice. And you risk this skull again. Downside to Slayers. He's not thinking about doing it with this guy, is he? I mean, it's not a huge risk, but obviously... Okay, it worked out. He didn't kill him though. But yeah, that was obviously a little bit risky. Offensively playing a bit more sensible. This is a nice setup here. Oh, failed the first one, passed the second one. Just hold on to it with your ball carrier, I assume, and this guy's just here as a, you know, in case it goes wrong. Like it was a nice little pocket if he fumbles the ball up here. So do we have a good path through? Honestly, not really. I mean, that said, we could potentially try and mark the ball carrier. Could we get a second one up there? There's not a good way through. Trying to sort of get in my mind what's the best thing to do. I think the best thing to do is avoid getting hit as much as possible for the moment. We need to get this wrestle guy closer to the action. So we'll use this guy for an assist. Make this hit. I mean, against Dwarfs, maybe pushing him back is just as good. Then we'll bring Mr. Wrestle around here. Let's actually bring him up here, that's more annoying. And then I guess we'll bring you here. We go 2 dice against the... Hey, we knocked him over. We will stay on that one. We'll bring the throw around here, which I don't entirely like, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. We'll just bring you closer to the side, and then it's blitz time. See if we can get this guy off. No, ooh, this is tricky though. I think we have to re-roll this, even at this stage, just to get like a solid defensive state here. And let's make it awkward for them to get guys around the side. If we can get these guys up, that's nice. Oh, he got up, so he can't do that. Okay, I think this is a nice defensive state. We'll see what he does with it. Is he going to try and switch sides? He's got time, theoretically. Although, obviously, at some point, his faster players have to pretty much break away by themselves. But yeah, we've only given him a blitz this turn, which is always the aim. He's named all his players. I don't know what they mean. Could be good. Could be for the best, who knows? Yeah. I'm getting the odd word here or there, but it's, I'm not able to make any sense of it. My, alternate language is not the best. So you blitzing... Yeah. Going after the gutters makes sense. If you can clear 2 or 3 of those guys out, it's huge. Does he follow? Could do. But that will mean that we can knock some of his guys over at least. So I think we just bring in our thrower. No, let's bring this guy over. We'll go for the old wrestle. Very nice. We'll follow, keep him pinned in place. Let's see. Kinda wanna hit this guy. It might just be easier to do this. Or safer. Not really. Well, you know what? If we hit this guy, we can potentially get in there. We can potentially get in the cookie jar, so to speak. So, that being the case, Follow. So now we have a way all the way in. Got a 1 dice there. Let's try and make it a 2 dice. Very nice. This is in some ways more important, locking his team down. We follow to give an assist on this guy. Guess we'll just push away here. We don't reroll unless it's a skull. Okay, it's a push, so that's fine. Where do we want to push him? I guess this way. Give ourselves the ability to switch if we need to. Rats. Okay, stun is okay. Now I'm kind of wishing I'd pushed him this way though. If this guy had got away, obviously that gives us a little bit of utility over here. But he does have a lot of his guys locked down or very far back on the field, so we'll see how he kind of is going to try and progress this. We actually got a lot of blocks in there. We didn't knock anybody off the field, but, you know, that's not surprising. But it was nice just to get that kind of, you know, illusion of control of the field at least. Is he going to wall up here, I guess? Okay. So pulling this guy over was nice because it means that this guy is now able to assist over here. Of course, if he runs this guy here, we probably have to blitz this guy to sort of, you know, keep him penned in. Okay, he's going for the... oh. Okay, got it. He is not afraid of a 2-up GFI, that's for sure. And if he gets this guy out, of course. Okay, staying there is pretty sensible as well. Push is nice. He can push him here, but it won't get him a free assist. Pushing him here probably to avoid me trying to knock guys over and get this guy around the top. Oh, he can pull this. Oh, he's forgotten about this guy, I think. So I think we just get up here. Just to be sensible. I think we pull... oh, yeah, I'd like to have somebody else to do this, really. Let's go ahead and hit this one. Disappointing. Do we follow? No. Could potentially get a hit on him and get on the ball here. Okay, that's nice. We'll just center him and stay for potential assists. So now you can come around for the assist here. And we'll attempt to hit him with a wrestler. Very nice. Drop him back in there. Follow. And then if we follow again, that gives us the assist we need here. You are free to come to here. You are free to come to here. Oh, disaster. Okay, reroll gone. Oh, big disaster. Oh, the lack of block. I mean, on the plus side, we moved people into position that we wanted to. Did he stun himself? Of course he did. Not disaster, but maybe I shouldn't use the reroll on it. I think I should, though. Like, as flimsy as our guys are, using our rerolls to try and keep people alive is good, and it would have given us a hit here as well. But maybe I should have done this one first. I don't know. Push there is quite nice. And of course he's operating on no rerolls and has been for a while now. So, any GFIs are going to be bad news. Okay, he's just kind of easing into this corner. Okay, that's quite nice actually. Yeah, that's pretty solid. I think if I remember he'd have been, because I was like, oh, I don't think I'll have anybody to hit our gutter with. But I think that's because I was assuming this block would work and it would have... Yeah, you see what I'm saying. Because I didn't see that coming at all, so now you can hit this gutter runner as well. And every chance you get to hit a gutter runner, you got to do it. That's just the rules. So he could bring his runner up from the deep, get an assist over here, knock this guy in, and then have a 2 dice here. But he doesn't, which is great. He has forgotten that guy. I'd have to stand him up, which is quite scary. But if I do, I can potentially surf this guy. It's scary territory. Especially with no rerolls. And who's going to do it? That's what I'm really not sure about. I think I actually have to try and push him backwards. Much as I'd like to find a way to surf him. Oh boy, we don't have a whole lot of options here. I think you're just getting up. Huh. Okay, so if I do that, and then I do that... Why would you try and path it like that, game? Why? Okay. Solid. Not as solid as we'd like. And we probably have to follow to keep him in check. Oh, but hang on. But that lets me do this. Very nice. We can actually push him here and then follow, which means we can come in here. Yeah, okay. I knew I had a plan, I just couldn't remember what it was. I guess we'll just push you. Just trying to keep him in check for the moment. Downside is we don't have any kind of scoring threat. But I think we can't worry about that right now. Can we? Okay, we'll worry about it a little bit. We'll give the potential. I think he can maybe score. Yeah, he could theoretically score. Okay, well, let's give him that guy something to do at least. But he can still theoretically score, right? Even with that guy there. Now, it does mean that this guy can come around and help, but... Well, I think we kind of expected that, but it doesn't get him very far. Like, he has to get this guy 2 more squares down. Where is he gonna do it? Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Okay. Okay. There is potential for things. Let's see. That'd be a good start. Well, that's really not helped at all. We'll follow. So now we have to do this. Okay, that's better. And we're going to follow. We're just going to try and get away from him as well. Okay, if we actually do the if we blitz through that guy, that's a much better chance of scoring. I mean, it's not a good chance, whatever we do. But we may as well go for it, eh? We are rats after all. This should probably be the throw here. Okay, we've done the easy stuff well. Now for the hard stuff. Ah. Well, you know what? We gave ourselves a chance, and that's the main thing. You could have also argued there for this guy coming around and blitz, like one dice blitzing this guy off, and then this guy just coming to here and maybe trying to throw it to our guy. But that probably would have been like a 3+3+ rather than just a 4+ here. And obviously just a 1 dice blitz rather than a 2 dice blitz that we would have got had that have worked out. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. I think I liked overall better what we did. And we got as many guys away as we could without sacrificing being able to do it. So he does get plenty of hits, of course. What we want is everybody to get stunned. I've never wanted every block to be a stun more. I mean, this is good for him. This is really good for him because with not even numbers, he's in with a much better chance of doing some work here in the second half. So we weren't able to exploit his lack of rerolls, unfortunately, due to some bad blocking on our own part. Our would-be scorer Meadow about to get pummeled. Okay. That should be it. So assuming neither of our KOs come back, that puts us on 9 versus 11. With possible more to go out on the line of... Okay, so 10 versus 11 is better. That's one more guy that we can put up front, right? Do I like that? I think this time we're actually going to switch our Storm Vermin to the outside. Good news is we countered his attack, so at least we didn't go in 1-1, despite giving him most of the half to score. He did get an extra reroll and a touchback though, which is kind of unfortunate for us. Okay, giving it to a blitzer. So let's see how he plays this. I mean, last half he just did like a, you know, a wall of walking down the field, so I imagine he'll do similar this time. And with 4 rerolls, it could be tough. Especially if we go down a couple more players here. This is always a bit of a rough match for Skaven. I actually think elves do better against dwarfs early on. Just because their armor is slightly better. And they don't have a lot of dodge going on anyway. It's usually only, what, witch elves and war dancers that actually start with dodge. So the majority of the teams don't have dodge, so you're not kind of, the tackle isn't really hurting you. It's just the block, and if you're playing, say, dark elves, you actually have a reasonable amount of counter. Boy, him and these GFIs. And the follow-up as well. I think we actually have to pressure him a bit more this time. And I think we can do that. Let's see. Oh, I would need that guy marking. 1 dice there, so let's pull you over here. Let's see, that way. And I think we'll actually stay here. We'll drop into here if we can. We have dodge and he doesn't have tackle, so... Then we try and hit here. Rubbish. I guess that being the case... Let's try and take some hits where we can get them. That's better. We'll just close you in. And we'll see if you want to come back. No, you can't reroll that yet. But he gets in the way, right? Like by pulling him back here, there's no kind of route through the middle until you remove one of these guys. So we've kind of... It would have been nice if we'd knocked this guy over. He'd have had to have committed more guys back here. Right now he could potentially just knock this guy off there, and then he'll have an assist for this guy. He can knock this guy here, and then this guy's free. I mean, he wants to get tackle on this guy here, obviously, but it might be a bit hard to actually do it without GFIs. But even if you push him off, like, that frees you up to run over into your pocket of strength here. Those GFIs, one of these days is going to double one these, but it shall not be today. I mean, I know you can look at it and say, well, he's got 4 rerolls, and that's a semi-fair point. But, you know, rerolls aren't guaranteed, right? That's still a 1 dice right now. Could bring this guy around if he wants. Oh, is he going to make the blobbiest of blobs here? That's horrific. Okay, so that's kind of what we expected. Oh, hello. Some chain pushing. I presume this way. Otherwise you push this guy next to where the bill is. That's risky, isn't it? It's like he heard me. Okay, interesting. So we try and get these 2 guys out of the way. Ah! Well, that really ruins the whole thing. You know what, we'll stay. Gives us a 1 dice there. I have to be careful about this guy, that's the problem. Oh, horrible. Okay. This is not the situation we were hoping for here. That's a 1 dice. We kind of have to get out of this pocket because of the Slayer here. Okay, that's pretty cool though. Hey, hey! Okay, that's not bad. Yeah. I shouldn't have done that. I'm just worried about this hole here. Considering his team is here, he can just push into this really hard. So I figured at least one guy here would help. So we undid our advantage there. Or we undid the good that we had done by removing that guy. That said, in theory, us with less players is kind of better than him with less players. Yeah, this very much looks like he's going to push into this pocket here. I think. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Because he can knock these two guys down, which makes this very secure. We do have this guy and this guy standing around at the back, which is nice. Okay, time for those quad skulls. Now what would be nice is a both down on this guy as well. Actually, even a... Oh, push is great. He might reroll that. He's not. I guess he's going to blitz with this guy. But unless he armor breaks him, obviously this is a threat to hit here, right? Let's see if he gets the armor break. I feel like he will, but you never know. He didn't. Okay, okay. Okay, that doesn't stop the one dice. Well, it does until we mark this guy up. Where do we want you? I think I'm in danger of having to stand on my guys up. I'm also in danger of having to do this, which I don't really like. Hooray! We knocked somebody over. We will stay. And let's come around to here. We've got to be a little bit cagey now, because this could break away real fast. It's not our ideal result. That is our ideal result. So I guess this way makes the most sense. Don't you dare. So he needed a 6 there, and he got the 6. That's rough. Because if we can get it on the floor, we're in business. But we can't. So one reroll down on an attempt to get the ball. Worth it, but didn't pay off. We have a lot of his guys stood up though, which is nice. Because it means there's not going to be too much movement. Yeah, I mean, it could have bubbled out here, in which case, doop, and then we're off. But such is the way of things. Where are you? Where are you? No, that's... It said 50%. He didn't see the 50% dodge, I guess. Whoa, the ultimate punishment. Usually when you do an accidental dodge, it comes off. This was not one of those times. Okay, so up we get. Either he forgot that guy had the ball, or he, yeah, I just don't know. Or he didn't see the space was taken up. That's also a possibility. We will stay on that one. Oh, we've got somebody here as well. This is so awkward. Because I want him to make this block. I mean, we could just pretend like we're like another team who has to roll threes to get the ball, right? Because I was going to bring this guy around for the assist, but that still makes it a 1 dice. Probably still the sensible thing to do, I think. Well, we're not going to reroll that. This now becomes an interesting situation of trying to decide what to do when. Do I do like one of these? And then get him up and away? I guess it probably depends on how this goes. Okay, that went well. Dodge used. Always scary. Oh, I don't like the 3+ catch. This could go wrong, but I don't see a much better option. If I make this, it's going to be very hard for him. Okay, I didn't think about that possibility. Okay, he's okay. Okay, so, I mean, it's still hard, but he can reach us now. So, you know, that's bad. I suppose you could argue that we could have gone for it. Oh, he's going for the... Did he go for another bad dodge? What's happening here? I think he did. Did this guy dodge to here? We can just sit up here. Hooray! A knockdown. Oh no, another knockdown. You know, if I follow that up, can actually, potentially... it sort of half worked. We got away from this guy at least. Don't die on me. Dodging is hard in this game. He's definitely given up on this game. Can't blame him. Let's get our gut runners out of dodge in case he decides to get violent again. That'll do. Just keep him away. We'll stay. And we'll try and get our thrower out of here. We did. Because you never know when they're going to come back in and attempt to do stuff. Okay, we made that like a 15-second turn though, so it's not too painful if he's just ending turn, which he is. And let's see if we can level this guy up again. Okay, we'll have one go at getting a... I should have done it against this guy really, but... see if we can get some SPP on Apodemus. Unlikely against armor value 9, but we have had some dwarf armor breaks. And then in we go with Golden. Well, it was a tight and good game until he had one of those horrible misclicks. And then I don't know if the second one was a horrible misclick. I mean, I assume he was getting kind of frustrated the second time and just wasn't looking carefully when he did it. Because I think it was still too early at that point. Like, we weren't safe. So I think the misclick there. Like the other blitz, he could have freed up the other blitzer to come and blitz our gut runner, so... okay, that's enough to buy our new line rat that we need. Oh dear, Golden got all the SPP apparently. Yeah, he got 9. We got a little bit of smattering around the rest of the team though. Yeah, we only got 3. We got 3 armor breaks, but most of those were... yeah. 2 injuries. I don't know if the kill counts as one of the injuries. One of his things happened because... now what was that? What did he do that killed his own player? Was that a GFI maybe? I think it was a dodge, right? The dodge, like he killed... so I think that the kill is one of the injuries. But yeah, we had good follow through from our injury rolls. And of course his dead long beard wear. What a horrible game for him. I'd say it's a pity for the game because it was a close, good game, but obviously for us, it meant we didn't have to, you know, like it was getting tough there. So I in no way felt like we had that. It could have both been a win for us, a win for him, and the draw was probably the maybe slightly the more likely result. Okay, so a double on a gutter runner means potential mutation, also potential strength. Now there's some great mutations here. One of my favorites is Big Hand because you ignore tackle zones and rain when trying to pick up the ball. So he becomes an absolutely ridiculous ball retrieval expert. And obviously with Blodge, you're all the better, right? So that's extremely tempting. You also have Horns is a good one. Horns you often would give to your wrestle guy, your wrestle gut runner, because then you've got a very high movement blitzer because you can blitz on a strength 3. So you do actually see this used sometimes. What else is good? You could argue for very long legs and then leap, but I'd rather get agility and then get leap. And we've got 4 gutter runners, so there's a chance for somebody else to get it. Extra arms isn't bad. You know, that means that kind of is a little bit like Big Hand in a way. Except it works on more things, but of course Big Hand like deletes all tackle zones, which means you can run into like 3 or 4 players tackle zone and pick up the ball. Claw, no. Foul appearance, no. 2 heads is a good one. Add 1 to all dodge rolls, so you basically go to agility 5 for dodging, which if you've seen any of our elf teams before, you know how crazy that can be. Because you can dodge through the yellow squares on 2 pluses. Excellent for 1 turning. Prehensile Tail, not on us. It's not a bad one to get for Skaven. It's one of the things that makes the Rat Ogre quite nice, but it's, you know, for a gutter runner in our situation, no. Guard would be a very solid pick as well. Could argue more solid than extra hands. But I think we get the the big hands, but I think we get the big hand first. And then obviously we don't want any passing skills. Though you could argue that, you know, like, no, you can't really argue for any of those. Maybe, I suppose, Nerves of Steel, but meh. So I think we're getting a big hand. If nothing else, this is, makes... It'll come into play more once... You know what, that's a good question. Do we get it? Because it's going to become more effective when we get players that can sneak a ball out. So once we get our Wrestle Gutter Runner, like maybe a Wrestle Leap Gutter Runner who can run in and poke the ball out, the big hand guy becomes amazing. I still think he's good. I mean, like, look at this game. I don't know if it was that. No, it was the other. I think it was the other one. But like, one of them had the opportunity to pick up the ball. We could have picked it up in both those tackle zones and got it out and used our blitz elsewhere, right? That's kind of one of the nice things about it. So we're going to get it. It's a utility piece and it's a bit of a novelty. So, does it, is that a big hand? I guess that's a big hand. I think it does show some of the things on Skaven. So, yeah, that is a big hand. It's twice the size of its other hand. So far we're 3-0. Pity that one ended the way it did in some ways, but good for us. We can bring in a player for Meadow, which I'm sad to lose Meadow. It's a nice name. Oh, and we're also... Is Kangaroo... oh, no, it's Kangaroo. Oh, he's the one we have to replace. Yeah, I forgot about that. It was so early in the game, I forgot we lost a Gutter Runner. So we can't replace him. They're 80 base. But we're close. So I think we don't replace anyone. I think Meadow is just a miss next, right? Yeah. So we don't buy in anybody. We wait till next game. We play with 3 gutters and then on we go. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. It was a pretty good one in the end. Very scary for a lot of it. But yeah, I'll see you next time and we'll see if we can survive with just 3 gut runners. Bye for now.